Hello viewers and welcome to my channel. Hope you all are alright. Before to start the video, I ask to you that firstly subscribe my channel and also press the bell button. It may cause a notification of our new videos in your mobile. Coming back to our video, this video involves longest war where Americans decades in Afghanistan worth it. Here's what 19-year-old Lance CPL William B. felt flying into southern Afghanistan on Christmas Day 2001. Poorly lucky, the US was hitting back at Al Qaeda plotters who had brought down the World Trade Center, and B found himself among the first marries on this ground. Excitement, Bees says these days of teenage bees thoughts then to be the doors that got to open it up first. In the decades that followed, 3-month deployment in American longest war scored away that lucky feeling. For B, it came down to a night in 2008 in Afghanistan's Helmand province. By then, a sergeant B held the hand of an American sniper who had just been shot in the head as a medic sliced open the man's throat for an airway. After that, it was like that FK, these people, be recounted of what drove him by his fourth and final Afghan diplomat. I just want to bring my guys back. That's all I care about. I want to bring them home. As President Joe Biden ends the US combat role in Afghanistan this month, Americans and Afghans are questioning whether the war was worth the cost. More than 3,000 American and other NATO lives lost, tens of thousands of Afghans dead, and trillions of dollars of US debt that coordination of Americans will play for Afghanistan after a week of stunning Taliban advance appear at imminent threats of falling back under Taliban rule, just as Americans found it nearly 20 years ago. For Biden, for B, and for some of the American principals in the US and NATO war in Afghanistan, the answer to whether it was worth the cost often comes down of parsing. There were the first year of the war when Americans broke up Osama bin Laden, Al Qaeda in Afghanistan, and routed the Taliban government that had hosted the terrorist network that succeeded. The proof is clear, says Douglas Lute, White House czar of the war during the George W. Bush and Barack Obama administration, and a retired Lieutenant General. Al Qaeda has not been able to mount a major attack on the West since 2005. We have decimated Al Qaeda in that region, in Afghanistan and Pakistan, Lute says. By after that came the grinding second phase of war, the US fears of a Taliban rebound whenever Americans eventually pulled out meant that service members such as B kept getting sent back in ranking up, more close calls, injuries, and dead comrades. Lute and some others argue that what the second half of the war brought was time, a grace period of Afghanistan's government, security forces, and civil society to try to build enough strength to survive on their own. Quality of life in some ways did improve, modernizing under the Western occupation, even as the millions of dollars the US poured into Afghanistan fed corruption. In fact, mortality rates fell by half in 2005. Fewer than 1 in 4 Afghans had access to electricity by 2019. Nearly all did. The second half of the war allowed Afghan women, in particular, opportunities entirely denied them under the fundamentalistic Taliban, so that more than 1 in 3 teenage girls, their whole lives spent under the protection of Western forces, today can read and write. But it's that longest second page of the war that looks on the verge of complete failure now. The US war left the Taliban undefeated and failed to secure a political statement. Taliban forces this past week have swept across two-thirds of the country and captured provincial capitals on the path of victory before US combat forces even complete their pullout on many fronts. The Taliban are rolling over Afghan security forces that US and NATO forces spent 2 decades working to build. Biden quickly corrected himself, evoking the victories of the first few years of the war. The mission was accomplished in that we got Osama bin Laden, and terrorism is not emanating from that part of the world, he added. Richard Bushler, Assistant Secretary of State of Central Asia during much of the war's first decade, says the criticism was largely not of the conflict itself but because it went on the long. It was the expression of war aims to try to create a government that was capable of stopping any future attacks, Butcher said. Okay viewers, this is the news which was I talking about. Hope you like my video. Please subscribe my channel and also press the bell button. It may cause a notification of our new videos in your mobile. Okay viewers, be safe in your homes and take care of all your family members. I will come back with a new video. Till then, bye bye.